So then every movement has someone at the head, and in the case of the new presentation, we have you. So some people may say this is the new master, and I think you are a master, but not a tab-lining master. So what can you talk about that? The term master, we don't use it in the new presentation, but you are a master after all, but not a tab-lining master. So how do you see this view?
For me, it's very simple, and that is that it's like being a master mechanic. Okay, it's something you do. Okay, I see what I do as something that I have recognized. Okay, it's the recognition of the is. It's deciding to be the risk taker. I see that. And for what we're doing now with the new presentation and the projects, et cetera, which are very important. Most people don't realize this, but they really are. People can keep their 9-to-5 jobs if they want, but this gets into a bigger picture. But I see it as a type of management is what I do. Now, this master idea is like what Harry's doing and the Dalai Lama and all these other people. They are really keeping people down in the physical astral realms, and using this idea as something that it's really not. And so you have the other end, which is the slave to it. It really comes from master and slave. And these ideas have been used because, in a way, people need the discipline. Just like when Chris went to boot camp, the sergeant yelled at him. The sergeant was the master, you might say, because he got him into a particular routine and attitude and understanding so that he could survive better. So that's the old way of looking at things. And really, it's not that. When we look at the sun shining, where is this master idea at? This is just a personal thing. And it's been used, and now we're accelerating, okay? We're seeing more, which is really cool. And that is that, like looking at the sky, we don't need obstacles. And so we have references, which is a difference, but not obstacles, unless we wish to create those ideas and have those as obstacles. This is very real. It's not like this is a new idea. No, it's not even that. It's a recognition, and if a person doesn't decide this, and it's not going to be instant, it's huge. It's endless, all right? So it's not that at a certain point you're going to see it or recognize it or whatever. You will go through certain processes, just like you would in high school, whatever, at certain points, and it just depends if you recognize it or not. That's all. I'll take, for example, real fast, the beginning part of Men in Black, where Will Smith was in there and he's being tested with these best of the best, okay? All these, he was just the average cop running on the street after criminals and, in his blue jeans. And all these guys were in uniform and they were Green Beret and SEALs and whatever. And, but they picked him because, he saw the variables. He saw what they didn't see. They were just going off of, the basic manual, you might say, the manual of things. And this makes the difference. Just like we see in the movies, we see James Bond or Rambo or Arnold, they don't just fit into the routines. They see more. They have different ways of doing things. And this is how it is according to the real universe itself. So, our position is unique. So it's not limited to what has been established and what people think of it as, just like the God idea. So, no, there's none of that there. I'm simply creating something that makes sense right now and that is really wonderful for everybody once they see it, but you got to step into it. It's just like kids playing, and it's a much bigger picture to where you don't need the old restrictions unless you decide them. And most people will hang on to their old restrictions and ideas and their personal comfort life. You can have it because it's just the body worlds, and you just grow old. This is very real. It's very, very real. So being indifferent to this, but at the same time maintaining it. So, yeah, I just see myself, I like the kid, and I'm simply, creating things that make sense with what's going on in the world, the environment on all levels. You'll say there are really no levels, but we use that idea because it's easier for us to understand. But simply what makes sense now and recognizing the nowness life is. And this is the best part of doing the new you and going to the real side, because then this recognition, and the real side is here and now. Okay, it is in this very moment here, and having this recognition more so. And each person demonstrates that. It's very important, because those people that don't have it, they usually don't demonstrate anything. They just go back to their personal lives, because it's very subtle. And just like anything, like exercise, you have to keep it up, or you know what? You forget again, and you fall back into the dream. It's so easy to do. It's all about choice, is really what it is. So, it's more than just belonging to something and saying, oh, I'm this or that, I'm spiritual or whatever. No, those are just self-convinced ideas that are just personal. And that's it. You're just locked into your personal self. There's no recognition there of the real universes. So, yeah, this master idea, it's just physical astral. It's really old. And as we look at these so-called spiritual paths and anything out there, I don't care what it is, it's all control. It's all about control. And people, again, they agree to the control. And so the end result is the culmination, the conclusion of what the overall consciousness, because that is a creation, it is not a reality in your real awareness, in creation, is what it is. And most people are unconsciously agreeing to their own restrictions and demise according to these sound good ideas. And that's all they are. Yes, thank you for asking, Charles.